All right. We open on the year 1377 with three particularly chosen heroes, all on a delightfully quaint train ride to the town known as Geldon. All of you are quite familiar with the country that you've lived in for basically ever since you were born, the country of Alteria. The country of Alteria has seen quite many feats in the past 50 years, but none as amazing as their leap in technology through the power of runestones. One of those amazing leaps in technology are the train you're riding in right now, powered by magical stones with magic just kind of funneled into it. You know how it works. It's all good. The train ride itself is not exactly very loud. There are people on the train, but they aren't exactly talking to one another. It's all just kind of hushed tones and just kind of waiting around. You see two men just kind of playing a card game and waiting for the train ride to go by. You see a couple of old ladies kind of giggling to themselves as old ladies do. This train in particular is heading westward towards the city of Geldon. You'll be stopping at Station 6 soon, but until then, what are each of you doing? None of you are exactly sitting with each other, as the three of you don't know yet that you're all going to be working together very soon, but I kind of want to know what you all do to pass the time all on the train. Just whoever wants to start.
I can start. Cedric is sitting to himself, reading a book.
Anything interesting about that book, or is it just a book?
It's just a book detailing some of the more specifics of the Runestone Revolution.
Okay.
Some of the nitty-gritty, as it were.
Yes, the nitty-gritty that I haven't written yet, but it's fine.
It exists, and that's all that needs to be known.
That's all.
Exactly.
That's all that the audience needs to know. All right, who's next?
I can go next. Beach is just looking out the window, occasionally looking over like the various other passengers in the train, and she just seems very like excited, is like slightly bouncing in her seat.
It's a big city you're going to, so I'm guessing it's much different from what you're used to, what Beatrice is used to.
Yes, it's much different.
All right, sorry, I accidentally cut you off. What are you doing right now?
No, it's good. Zeros is just kind of keeping to himself in his own like little corner, I guess, and he's got like his holy symbol out, and he's just staring down at it, kind of like meditating on on thoughts and different thought processes that just cross his mind.
All right, sounds good. The train ride to Geldon from where you all boarded is not exactly a long one. However, it is a tiring one, as it's just a lot of sitting. However, eventually you all arrive at what is known as Station 6 here in Geldon. The city of Geldon itself is quite impressive. However, to Cedric, it's just another city, as you are from the capital of Alteria.
Indeed.
However, the rest of you kind of are taken aback by just how well put together the city is. It's known that in Geldon, the main thing that everyone comes here for is, let me get the name I wrote down, the Grand Central Market, where basically all agricultural trade in Alteria all goes through here in the Grand Central Market. If you are one to want to get their foot in the door in trading cattle, you go to Geldon. However, that's not just all Geldon exists for. It's a hub for all type of hustle and bustle, but the big one is the trade. The city of Geldon itself is made out of a lot of brick and steel. The roads themselves are paved with just these very nicely laid out brick. You got buildings all across town that seem to just kind of be built the same way. Red brick, outlined with some metal, and just kind of a tin roof sometimes. Sometimes they're just like flat roofs. A lot of times they're like these pointed together tin roofs. Where Station 6 is located in what is known as the middle ward of Geldon, is basically where all the day-to-day commerce happens if you're not here for major agricultural trading. Gotta get them beetroots at a low price, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And all of you have kind of just been given the message that today is the day that you will starting as Embers of Emeritus, which is what is known as the newbies in the Emeritus. And you have all been told to find your assigned guild house, which is known as the Xenoventure. The three of you don't exactly know that. The three of you don't know that each of each other are going to be working together. However, all three of you just kind of seem to be going the same way, and at some point it gets really weird. Who wants to be the first person to say something?
It'd be Cedric. What are you two doing?
I've never seen so many red brick and shiny brick before.
That's a weird comment to make when I just asked you a question.
That's certainly an answer, yes. I have business in this direction. I don't suppose you have same such business here?
Wow, vague. Awesome.
Oh,
I wasn't sure if I should be, an open book in regards to my intentions.
But you are a person, you are not a book.
Yeah, I'm headed to the Xenoventure.
Likewise, I suppose that clears the matter up.
Ah, yes, I too go to the venture where the Xenos are.
I'm gonna have to get used to that. Okay.
Likewise.
She just is giggling and just seems very pleased with herself right now.
Ah, yes.
All right. You all kind of have light conversation and realize that it seems that the three of you are all here for the same reason. You eventually find yourself in the lower ward of Geldon, which, outside of the name, the lower ward isn't like some scum-sucking evil part of town. The lower ward is specifically just where most of the residential is. Unless you're some high-up, beetroot, triple-star, crazy good trader, you live in the lower ward, and you go and work in the middle or the higher ward. It's in a nice shape, and in particular in the lower ward where you end up going is you realize that the directions to the Xenoventure aren't exactly clear, but you end up in the general market square of the lower ward, which is just where kind of the general market stuff is, like guns and beetroots.
The two most important fucking economical.
Yeah, I mean there are guns there.
Ventures.
If you want a gun, you can get one there.
Beetroot? You want fucking beetroot? Ingredients.
And eventually you realize that the directions of go around the square means that there's this alleyway you can cut through that's in the square that'll eventually take you to the quaint little location of the Xenoventure.
How small is this alleyway?
It's not like if you run across another person, it gets awkward. It's not one of those alleyways where it's like, well, I don't know if I can pass you. I don't know if you can pass me. But it's like, it's enough for two people to walk side by side. However, one of you will have to third wheel. It's kind of awkward.
I'll stay back. You guys head in.
All right.
Well, off we go.
I suppose so.
Cedric will follow behind.
You eventually...
Beatrice walks backwards so he doesn't feel left out.
So we're just walking single file?
No, she's still walking next to Zara. She's just walking backwards. She's just looking at him while she's walking backwards.
Zara starts speed walking to get away.
She walks backwards faster.
Wait, don't leave me with her!
You're on your own.
God damn it.
I can tell this is gonna be fun. Through this alleyway, you don't really see much. It's kind of a decent walk. It's not like, oh god, my feet are starting to hurt. How dare I walk for so long? But eventually you end up at the Xenoventure, which is basically just a nice little, it's your standard guild house. However, the location seems obtuse at the best of times and making no sense at the worst of times. There is a way out to the main street, but once again, that goes through twists and turns of residential district town buildings. It seems like this thing was put here specifically just to spite the person who owns it. It looks like everything else here. However, it has this quaint little sign outside the front door that does in fact say the Xenoventure, Alpha Region Beginner Class, Alpha Region Ember Guild House. This is a starting guild house for Embers of Emeritus, and it's where you three will be starting your journey. As you walk through the front door, who walked through it first? I'm curious because
that would be Zeros.
Zeros was leading the pack in the alleyway, so I'd say probably Zeros.
You open the front door to see what looks less like a guild house and more like a tavern? That's weird. Emeritus isn't really known for having bars located within living distance of their guild houses. And you see that there's like one or two people kind of just sitting at their table just like, you fucking see how that motherfucker took all of my money for just one cow? I mean, it was a good cow, though, wasn't it? No, that's not the point. And what you do see, that's what you kind of see to the left of the building. What you see to the right is a bit more of what you would expect. There's kind of like a bulletin board for where you would post your jobs and stuff like that. However, it seems pretty much empty. And there is kind of like the front part, which does eventually curve into the bar. And standing there is this lady with long black hair and red eyes and glasses. And she looks up at you and go, more than one person at a time. That is unusual. All right. And she walks over to the bar. What can I get the three of you?
Beverages.
That's not what we're here for.
What? That's the only reason.
I mean, I won't turn down a stiff drink, but I'm also not here for that.
What? That's the only reason anyone ever comes here. The other part of the building is basically unused. What do you want?
He pulls out a letter of introduction out of his coat pocket.
She takes it out of your hand and goes, "Holy shit! Took 5 years, but finally, all three of you are embers."
Sorry, we took so long.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Beatrice, but I am also an ember. Yes.
She's like, okay, hold on 1 second. Daedric! Yeah! Hold on, he'll be here in a second. And she goes in the back and she's like, I have people who are actually here who are important this time. And it's like, and he responds with, am I gonna get shot again? No. They're gonna get shot now. And he gets up and like pats his hand on the table and goes, sweet. And
could we hear that part? Can we just...
You did in fact hear the part where he said you're gonna get shot now.
Maybe this was a mistake.
No, it seems perfect for my opportunities.
You see this young man walk out from around the back and he's like, all right. And I'll just, here we go. Boom. Well, look at the three of you. All ready to be embers and everything, huh? You know? Moments like these,
That was the plan.
moments like
Yes,
these,
sirree.
brings a tear to my eye. I never thought I would finally fill my master role, but I finally get that
Of
chance.
letting us get shot.
Well, you're the one who signed up. Anyway, welcome to the Xeno Venture. Let's take a seat, shall we? And he opens up the he opens up the back way to the bar to where like the actual emeritus operations would happen. And you all kind of take a seat at this long table, and he kind of sits at the on the other side from the three of you and goes, "Well then, I am your teacher. You may call me Daedric. Some call me the D-Meister, none call me that, but you may if you want to. I am."
I wasn't
pass.
gonna do that.
All right. Well, I didn't expect to get shot down so easily. Anyway.
I'm sorry. It's just had to speak truthful.
All right. Well, if that,
I mean, you could have lied to him.
I can't.
Maybe one day I'll call you the D-Meister, but not now.
all right. I was once a fresh blood like the three of you, ready to go, ready to fight, ready to see the world. And then bullets got involved. Bullets will be involved with your journeys, by the way. You'll get used to it. I kind of just, decided that maybe the fighter role isn't for me. The teacher role is where I'm at. So I put in the hard hours. I put in my application for retirement and applied for that good old teaching position. Here I am now, with my first students. It's beautiful. Anyway,
Wow, you must be very old then.
Yep. Definitely the oldest person here. And he gives this shit-eating look to the lady who hasn't said her name yet. She's like, "Swear to God, I'm gonna fucking kill you." She says
What is
that
he
all
older
the
than her
time.
for like a month or something?
No. It's because she's older than him.
Cool.
By like a good 4 or 5 years.
Cool. I
But-
suppose introductions are in order on our end then.
I was going to ask for such a thing.
All right. My name is Cedric Wolf, practitioner of the 8 Petals and the New Ember. Nice to meet you.
All right, buddy. I'm sure we'll get along because you seem like the person who's going to lead this group no matter if I put someone else to lead here. Because you got the katana, and usually that's the people who seem to get shit done.
I wasn't planning on being a leader, but if that's what I have to do, then I suppose.
Fate decides. Fate will be the one that decides your fate. You know how it goes.
All right.
All right.
Why are they whispering?
Guess it's something common around here.
It's not. He's weird. Help me.
That explains a lot then. Zeros, though, for introductions, that's all I really have to say at this point.
Got like. I mean, you could at least give me like date of birth, something like that. What weapon you use? Come on, tell me. You gotta use those big muscles for something, buddy.
I mean, I'm a paladin who's chosen to follow the path. Why am I telling you all this?
Because I am going to become all 3 of your best friends in the span of like 3
Oh
months.
boy,
It's gonna be great. See,
I've
she's
never
down.
had a best friend before.
Don't worry, we'll be the best of friends.
I think
Hello,
she's
I'm
down with
Beatrice.
everything.
And Beatrice, what are you about?
I am Beatrice.
Is that it?
I'm the cleric, and I'm Beatrice.
All right, party of few words. I see. Well, I'm pretty sure that usually embers come in groups of 4, but 3 works, so we'll just go with 3 for now.
Maybe someone else is on the way?
Yeah, it was a long trip here. It could just be, a delay.
All right. Enough of the pleasantries. We have to get you all assigned to your boardrooms and yada yada, and probably find your first job for you to do. I should probably also say who I am. My name is Morgan. You'll probably get to know me. Don't mind him. He's stupid.
I figured that part out already.
I
Yeah,
thought
that
his
part
name
was
was
kinda
Cedric, not
self-explanatory.
stupid.
They're both correct.
Those two have a lot in common.
I'm learning so much today.
The world is wonderful
You
and
sure
full
are.
of so many disappointments. Morgan basically gives you all paperwork that you have to fill out. You've already done all the stuff to apply and you've been approved, but now that you've arrived, you got to go through the wonderful task of writing more things down. Does Beatrice know how to read?
Guess she knows how to read.
All right, just making sure. Does she know how to
Cedric
write?
knows how to read.
She knows how to write.
Just making sure.
She's not gonna be like writing any like. She might be like misspelling a couple words, but she's got the basics.
She's a little confused, but hey, she's got the spirit.
Like, Cedric looks over. Beatrice, I'm fairly sure the isn't spelled TVE.
Oh no, it's okay. I've always spelled it like this.
And it's...
That explains a lot.
This is how we spelled it back home.
I'm learning so much today.
Me
You too?
too.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel we're all bonding so much.
I'm
Yep.
learning about regrets.
I haven't
about-
learned that one yet.
Ah,
I don't know about regrets, but I'm regrets. I'm learning a lot about doubting myself.
yeah, that's an additional part that.
Yeah.
Listen. Everyone starts. Well, maybe not here, but we were all in the same place with you at one point. We all got thrown in a group with 3 other random people that we didn't much care for. But don't worry, after a couple years, you leave them behind, and you never think about them ever again. Ever. Never again. Ever.
But what if I want to think
The
about
amount of
them
evers,
again?
the amount of evers you're saying leads me to believe you're thinking about them.
I'm learning about lying as well.
You're learning about that?
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Listen,
I'm
next
proud
thing-
of me too.
Next thing you'll learn about this business is people have hang-ups. I have a lot of them. I'm gonna go get me a drink.
No, I didn't learn about that.
Can you give me one too? I think I need it.
Sure.
Thanks.
He doesn't know what you drink, so he just pours the same thing he drinks. Hopefully you like it.
Just gonna chug that shit.
Whiskey to
Yeah.
fill your soul.
He finishes writing what he has to write after that.
Yeah. A lot of it is stuff like, do you know what an emeritus is? Can you confirm you've passed all tests? Can you show a proof of ID? Do you have 5 fingers? You know, basic stuff.
What if the answer's no?
Well, that's a damn shame.
But Sarah just answers no to everything.
You just see Beatrice start slowly counting out each one of her fingers. Yep, all in check.
Cedric leans over to Zeros. Is she okay?
Sometimes I question if anyone's really okay. You know, it's you just have to think about that for a moment.
You know, I didn't come to you for a philosophical answer, but you know, thanks, Ben.
Don't worry, I've got plenty of those.
You guys need help counting your fingers.
No,
Sure.
got it down.
Okay.
And as Morgan takes up all the paperwork, Daedric's like, all right. Now we got to do one more test to make sure you guys are ready. And he's doing like all these stretches.
And what's that?
Why don't you follow me outside? Because I don't want to scratch the paint.
There's nothing outside. Fine.
He actually takes you out back where there's like this little area that's actually not red. Well, it's like a little red brick outdoor plaza for where people could go outside to drink if they really wanted to, but no one's usually out there. And he kind of turns around and he's like, "All right, let's see what you guys got. You did bring your weapons, right? Or are they still in customs?"
Oof. He puts his hand on his side right here.
And Zeros does the same with his long sword, which is, that's why he didn't answer it earlier, because it was kind of in clear sight there.
Yeah.
Beatrice does have her mace on her, but she just lifts her hands and wiggles her fingers a bit.
Alright, so this isn't actually going to be actual combat. This is going to be what Parker likes to call roleplay combat. Because there is a very, very clear decision of what is going to happen in this. But, we're going to roll some dice and we're going to see how well it goes for the three of you.
Okay.
Okay.
There it's.
You see as he, as from his jacket, first he takes off his jacket, and from the pockets on his jacket, he pulls out 2 nunchucks, and he holds them in both of his hands, and he's like, he closes his eyes, and he breathes in, and he's like, "Tell me, how much fighting have the three of you done?"
I've done training under, my paladin oath and everything, but I can't really recall if I've fought before said training.
I've handled a lot of corpses who've died in combat.
I've done a fair amount of fighting.
And he still has his eyes closed, and then they just kind of shoot open as he's like, "Well, today you're about to learn!" And he starts just kind of spinning his nunchucks as you hear him go, "Quack!" All right.
I
never knew these weapons were so loud.
They aren't. He's yelling.
Oh.
No, it's the weapons.
This is gonna be fun. He puts his hand on his hilt and draws his blade.
All right. He takes this defensive stance as he's kind of waiting to see if any of you is going to take the first leap forward, and he kind of just slowly looks around all of you with your weapons out, just like, "I guess we're doing this now." And he goes, "All right, pretty boy first," and he swings with his right hand with the nunchuck. Which one would I consider pretty boy? Zeros?
Wait, which one of us? Oh, Zeros is pretty boy? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Who's prettier?
Who's the prettiest
I was
boy?
like, they're both pretty boy. So which one's pretty boy?
I need you to roll me a perception check, as he is basically moving faster than what you can see.
Well, that's a great one for me to get.
Nice.
15, not bad.
Okay.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
And yeah, well, look at that. You're rocking a sword and shield, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. As he kind of dashes towards you in what looks like instant fucking teleportation, teleports behind you. You put up your shield expecting an attack, and as he swings his nunchuck, the loose end that was about to hit you does bounce off your shield as you're able to parry it just in time. And he's like, "Ooh, good hustle, good hustle."
Can I take the opportunity to try and attack him when he's off balance from getting clinged off the shield?
Sure, go for it.
Do I roll an attack?
Yeah, roll dex.
No, roll my dex, not my actual weapon attack.
Yeah, just roll your actual dex. Like I said, it's RP battling. We're not actually fighting with weapons
20.
right now. Because I did not have
I have something I can do after the attack as well. I'm gonna channel divinity. Or wait, no, never mind.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Yeah. Sorry, I
misread
misread it.
Yeah.
GM roll 1d20. Oh, nice. All right. As you go, as you see him in an opening, you're like, well, I guess I'll slice him. And you go and kind of describe this what you go for. Actually, I'll let you describe how you try and stab him.
It's a pretty standard vertical slice.
It's a vertical slice. What ends up happening is it looks like it's at the last second. He basically takes his nunchucks and he like holds them in his hand, like holds both parts of the sticks in his hands, and he basically uses all of that hard wood to hold your sword back. You can tell, however, by the expression on his face, this was very much a last second thing. Both of you tied. You tied his roll. Is what ended up happening.
Okay. Cool.
It's a very much a last second thing where he's like, okay, maybe I underestimated you, but maybe you shouldn't underestimate me. And he goes for this leg sweep as you have your sword up. Roll a dex if you could. Again, another dexterity.
I will roll another dexterity.
Have a number for you to beat.
8.
You don't beat that number.
I got a shitty roll. Yeah.
You do a leg sweep and you just fall onto the ground on your side.
Okay.
Yeah. What's up? No. What do you?
I just was gonna ask how far Cedric was from me.
Oh, you guys are
I could potentially help.
You guys are like right next to each other.
Okay, then I can use the protection skill I have. This one.
Wait, let me see it real quick.
Do I?
What?
How to do that one?
When a creature you see attacks a target, you can use your reaction.
Well, it's not an attack roll, but
I guess that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure things out as it goes.
All right. Well, Chelsea, do you want to try and mess this man up?
Oh boy, do I. Beatrice takes her little mace out. She twirls it around in the air and she points it at him, and she goes to try and cast the Sacred Flame.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, just go ahead and roll that then. Whatever you have to roll for that.
Okay. Let me do this real fast. See what it is.
I think you're talking about a saving throw.
Yeah, I think it's a saving throw.
Oh yeah, no wait, no yeah, you just cast it. I have to do a saving throw. What's the type of saving throw?
Yes.
I think it's charisma. Maybe. Dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage.
Oh no. Guess what his best stat is since he uses nunchucks.
Oh no.
Damn shame. Yeah, we'll say that's what that is for right now. Because I totally have prepared his character sheet ahead of time. What's the number I have to beat?
13.
Fuck yeah. Right on the money. You cast this Sacred Flame. He still gets hit by it because that's how Sacred Flame works. And
no, it doesn't because it's a cantrip. It's one of the cantrips. It doesn't do damage if you succeed in the throw.
And after the leg sweep, when Cedric's body hits the floor, he just sees Beatrice just holding her mace at him and casting Sacred Flame. And kind of, how does Sacred Flame look when you use it?
I'd imagine it's like it's very like flashy kind of. Like the flame is almost like sparking off, just very like flashy and showy.
So is it
coming
like,
at him?
Is it like a little boom from your mace?
Yeah, like a little bajoom.
Yeah, all right. So this.
She's using her mace like a magical girl staff, just because she thinks it looks cool.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, this ball of sacred fire gets launched, and what ends up happening is, since everyone's kind of so close together, he's able to get out of the way, and it ends up hitting Zeros instead. It kind of just hits you right on your right shoulder. So it doesn't do anything, but it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm gonna use the opportunity granted by him dodging the sacred flame to get up.
Yeah, okay, you can get up.
Whoopsies! She bonks herself on the head.
I'm learning more about regret.
Me too. All right, let's do this.
Okay. So you go ahead and get up, and Cedric's kind of in this stance. He's like he's in his fighting stance, and he's in the same place, hopping back and forth. And he's like, "Come on! I thought the three of you were ready to be emeritus. Why aren't you guys like, good?"
I think that's very rude of you to say.
Cedric takes a deep breath, is going to use his fighting spirit.
All right.
To go and attack. Which all it means is that if this were an attack roll, which it's not, but we could say it does.
No, you know what? Don't worry about it. It's weird that I was just going off of like roll dex when it's like, no, just fucking roll an attack roll. So yeah, just roll attack rolls.
Yeah. Because if it's an attack roll, I get advantage. Just what a fighting spirit does.
So yeah, roll your attack with your katana. 13.
It's unfortunate that's what happened. But hey.
You take this deep breath as you kind of feel the wind, and you're like, all right, there's the opening, and you go for just this slice, and next thing you know, he ducks under it as he kind of spins around, and he's like, little did you know.
Can I action search?
You just cut him off before he's gonna quip at you, and you're gonna action surge to try and hit him again.
Yeah, this also has advantage, by the way.
Yeah, go for it.
17.
All right, yeah, and he in the middle of his tisk tisk tisk, you just slice at him again. Describe it.
Because the other one was a slice diagonal up. This just goes right diagonal down the other direction. You want me to roll the damage? Does it matter?
No. I just basically it's just it hit is what happens. Is you go for the slice, and of course he's wearing like very basic training gear. So what ends up happening is you go for this diagonal slice. Of course, not trying to kill him, as this is the guy that has unfortunately been assigned as your teacher. And he has it's just like on his right, it's like the shoulder plate right on his right, which is basically just like a piece of metal connected by like rope. You basically cut that rope, and the shoulder pad falls off. He's just like, oh, I see.
He's gonna hop back for a situational advantage and get back in his fighting stance.
I see. You know what? It's kind of rude. I did have to pay for this. You're buying me a new pair.
Fine.
All right, cool.
You're just gonna accept buying him a new pair? Like he can buy it himself.
I did cut it. It's fine.
But he should have guarded.
Never leave an opening. As you have this conversation, you just look to your left as Beatrice just gets fucking kicked.
He doesn't say this out loud, but Cedric thinks, minimal losses. And then
Oh!
At least it wasn't me.
Oh!
Man, you guys really got to work
tumbles.
on. She tumbles back. Now that he's closer to you, he's gonna once again go for just like this flurry of kill. I'm gonna have like each of you. Well, actually no, because I'll just go based off of what your armor class is. What's your guys' armor classes, by the way?
14.
18 here.
All right.
13.
D20. All right. Ooh.
Who's that towards?
Oh, wait. Oh, you guys can see these.
Yeah.
Wow, none of those hit. Well, I guess that last one does.
last one, I think.
Well, that sucks. Beatrice, you get kicked in the teeth again. It was gonna be Cedric, Zeros, Beatrice. Yeah, he goes for these flurry of hits, and that first one, he's just off his stance as he completely slips past you, Cedric, and you just kind of give this sad look of like, oh. And
Really, man?
but then he tries to recover it by going for this punch up. But you block it, Zeros, and then I imagine Beatrice just tries to run back over to hit him, and you just get fucking kicked again.
Sit tumbling right back where she was.
Cedric looks over at Zero. Should we help her?
He points over at Beatrice.
Learn eventually.
Daedric points over at Beatrice. That's the one that's gonna need the most work. Anyways.
This motherfucker.
What's up? Are you gonna do something in return to his quips? His snarky attitude?
Toll the dead. Toll the dead. He's taking a hit from me. Toll the dead will do more damage. Unless you didn't take Toll the dead.
No, I didn't take Toll the Dead. She's gonna fucking guiding bolt his ass.
Right. How does guiding bolt work?
That's
I'll
me.
tell you in just 1 second.
Let's just quickly.
Guiding bolts. Make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, the target takes 4d6 radiant damage.
Alright. Roll your ranged spell attack.
Let me go hits it.
Damn shame. It doesn't it does not hit.
Just once in my life she'd like to hit something.
You go for this lightning bolt of magical girl energy, I guess is what I'll call it.
There's stars and sparkles all around it. It's beautiful.
That might be from
it is pretty.
Twice.
It doesn't hit, but it's pretty.
It's got some pink highlights and everything. It's gorgeous. But
it still doesn't hit.
He's not even looking at you as he does like kind of this cartwheel out of the way, and he's like I said, a lot of work, but we'll get there eventually.
With paladin spells, do I like? I'm. This is just like a general question. Do I need like any of the like things listed on it? Because
no. Oh my gosh. All right. So D&D 5e was like, let's make it so you need these things to cast spells. Sometimes they're needed. Most of the time it's not, because it's like dumb stuff like a bottle of silver and.
But the verbal and somatic we need to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Just not
the material. The material components.
So
are
like
dumb.
if you're gagged and you have to cast a verbal spell, you can't cast it.
Yeah.
Okay, and those are like I'm on the wiki.
Verbal is like spoken word, and somatic is like hand signals or that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So if you are otherwise unable to do those kinds of things, those are spells you wouldn't be able to cast.
If you can't pop off with some mean jazz hands, you can't do shit.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to give us an opening, as in just an opening to it. Or wait, hold on. Sorry. I'm just gonna read this. You guys go ahead and do things while I do that. I'm just learning as I go.
No, that's all good. As Beatrice fails to hit Daedric again, he's like, all right, you know what? I think that's it for your initiation. I know what I gotta work on. And he kind of flings his katanas, or I say katanas. He's wielding katanas on
I'm the one who has the katana.
katana nunchucks. You better watch out.
Cedric sheaths his Tachi. All right then.
He kind of puts up his nunchucks as he kind of just slides them into his back pocket, and he takes off the training gears. He's like, well, we learned some things today. First of all, you like property damage. Second of all, you don't say much. And third of all, you really got to stop getting kicked.
I don't even like property damage. I was just trying to hit you.
Well, you're going to work that off, because I know it looks like shit, but I did have to pay for it.
I can probably fix it without buying you another one.
You know what? I didn't think about that.
It was just the rope.
You know what? Yeah, that's your first assignment.
We can just hide
No,
it.
that's your assignment. You're gonna fix this. That's your first assignment.
She's gonna shout inside. Do you have any extra rope?
No! You all kind of put your stuff away, and what is everyone feeling right now? Regret, mistakes?
Regret.
Tell me.
Regret.
Like she's been kicked a lot.
Listen, it was only twice.
She's feeling bruises.
Cedric goes over to Beatrice and pulls out a Band-Aid and puts it on a place where she wasn't even kicked, and then pats her on the head and walks away.
But what's on the Band-Aid? Is just a normal one, or are there like little smiley faces?
There are little flowers on it.
Oh, this is the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me.
Uh-huh.
You must not know many people.
I don't.
Dedrick kind of looks at you as like, how the hell did you even sign up for this thing?
Oh, you know.
Let's say with like a pen or something. It's gonna be that. That's gonna be the answer.
But you know that like Griffin like McElroy picture where he's like in front of the sign that says, "Oh, you know," and he has his finger up to his lips. I just imagine Beach just doing that and just not explaining anything.
All right, sure. Just like
This is gonna be an adventure.
Who let this small child out?
I'm an adult.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Could have fooled me.
damn, that was some really high kicks. It's probably like an axe kick is what he did, just because it would send you tumbling.
Why did you specifically decide to kick her?
Oh, because kicking people's funny, that's why.
You think hurting me is funny?
What? You know what? Listen, it's hilarious. See, like this, and he goes to try and kick Zeros, but like his armor is too thick.
I just imagine just like a clang.
And then he like hurts his foot and is like, ow, ow, ow. And then Cedric says, yeah, that is funny. You're right.
You want to try that again? I mean, maybe it'll work a second time.
No,
Yes, I think you should try it again.
You could give it another shot.
no,
Go
you
right
know what?
ahead.
It's good. We're fine.
You know what? Kick the shield. Kick the shield. I'm sure. it'll
I've
hurt
always heard second time's the try.
less.
Or was it the third?
It's usually third, so try 2 more times.
That was the second time's the try. All right, you know. He kind of is like, you know, fuck. All right. Anyway, from this day forth, I will be the one that guides you into the ever. I don't remember the speech. Fuck. Wait, hold on. I believe it's. I will be the one that that will lead you into the ever-burning flame. May Altaria burn forever. Or burn brightly forever, because burn forever sounds bad, so we're going to make it burn brightly forever. And Daedric looks up as there's just like this girl sitting at the edge of the roof. She's like, "Hey, what's up?" And Daedric just looks up at her like, "I thought you had like important council things to do. Specifically things that involve not harassing me. You know, I try and make money, and I finally have the ability to." "Yeah, I noticed." Of course you're gonna make money. You think we do the job
Are we
for
interrupting them?
Oh, I've heard of one of these before. I think they called marriage disputes.
Ah,
yeah, that makes sense, actually.
yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
And you see, I call her a girl, but really you can't tell what age she is. She seems like an adult at least, as she kind of does this nimble hop from the roof, landing perfectly. God, those gymnastics, they really do pay off. Get flexible, kids.
Right.
And she's like, well, it's glad to see a new group of fresh-eyed people here in the Alpha region. How are the three of you on this fine afternoon?
Regret.
Doubt.
I do have two of my eyes.
You know, that's a really unique answer.
Yeah, I you know,
She gives a
I'm
weird...
learning a lot today.
same here.
You know what, that last one, I will hope that you usually have both of your eyes. I usually have both of mine. Anyways,
I can't remember a time where I didn't have both of mine.
it's neat to
I
find...
can't remember a time.
It's neat to come here and finally see people who are actually going to do their job. The wonders of recruitment. Anyway, I'm sure the three
Somehow I feel like they were looking for a place to toss us that they wouldn't hear about too much.
Anyway, I hope the three of you already know who I am. It would be quite the shame if you didn't.
I don't.
I don't.
Ah, yes, I know you.
Do you?
Well, you're gonna tell us anyway.
You're fucking right. I am. This is Alice, Nyanka.
Yeah.
She goes, well, you kind of need to know who I am quickly. The name is Alice Nyanka, and I am one of the three of the people that if you make upset, you will not have a life anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I absolutely knew that.
You're so smart.
I think
Sure.
he's lying.
I've never lied in my life.
Sure.
Roll a deception check.
Okay. Let me find deception.
You have decently high charisma. You might make it. I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
my own. I'm gonna roll my insight though against you.
I also want to roll my insight.
I did it. I beat your deception.
Whoa!
You did it too.
You all
don't
know I'm
believe me.
lying. I'm not good at it.
He tries.
Something tells me that's maybe a lie.
How can you tell? I mean, I know, but I didn't think you would be able to tell.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised by this turn of events.
Like she says, she has two eyes. They can tell when they lie. Obviously.
Eyes
You
are
know-
good for telling lies.
You're gonna take a little getting used to. Anyway, it's nice to
little?
meet you, Alice.
Oh yeah, nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Although, if you're with Recon, I assume you already know who we are.
Well, of course I do. How'd you think you got approved to even be here?
Figures.
Yeah. We got Beatrice, the little mystery you. And then we got Cedric, the stuck-up one. And then we got Zeros, the pretty one. Man of few words. Man of the church. Man of God!
He looks over at Zeros. Am I really that stuck up?
I don't know. I just met you.
You're the pretty one.
That's me.
I'm Beatrice.
Beatrice, am I stuck up?
That's you.
That's not your name though. You're Cedric. You're not stuck up. That's not your name.
Yeah, man.
You know what? You right.
I'll take it.
She kind of gives a chuckle as she's like, well, I'm glad you all could make it on time, unlike the fourth one. However, she'll be here soon enough, I'm sure.
Right.
And as she says that, Dedric's like, fucking knew it. There is a fourth one I'm gonna hate.
Wait,
Do
do
you
you
hate
hate
us?
us?
No, I mean, maybe? I don't know, it's...
You did
Rolling
very
perception.
violently kick her.
I'm rolling perception.
I've never had anybody hate me before.
Insane.
All right, I guess would it be insight? I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
insight.
insane.
Insight,
you're right.
the insight.
You can know you
You're all
can
better
tell
than me.
right off the bat. Daedric has a weird sense of sarcasm, and a lot of the time he'll say weird stuff, thinking that everyone gets the joke, but that's clearly not a lot of people get the joke.
No, I understand. And Cedric gets the joke, and he's just gonna play along as if he doesn't and say, you did kick her in a way that only a person filled with the most hatred could.
Yeah, I'm starting to question why we're here.
He leans back as he kind of puts his arms to his side and goes like I mean, come on, guilty as charged. Alice kind of gives a weird smile as she's like, well, for one, I like her. She reminds me of myself at quite the younger age. However, we'll see how long that lasts.
Oh, I've never had anybody like me either. This is the best day of my life.
I am neutral towards you.
I've never had that either.
In all honesty, I've never really talked to, anyone. I don't even know how I got on the train. I just kind of fell into it.
I just fell into that strange little tube.
Took me all the way here.
Cedric rubs his forehead. I'm gonna need another drink when we get back inside.
Well, I would love a drink, right now. So let's do that.
All right.
And so you all.
Did you know if people don't stay hydrated, they die? I knew that.
Good job.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip on drinking now. That new evidence really helps me out right now.
What new evidence?
Oh, the evidence of if I don't drink and stay hydrated that I'll die, because that's what I feel like I want to do right now.
I wish to have always been dead. This whole situation's kind of playing out, and I'm learning a lot about my priorities in life, and yeah. I just, I don't think
Cedric puts his hand on your shoulder. You are not leaving me alone with her.
We'll see about that.
No.
Beatrice waves politely at the both of them from a distance.
All right, so we get back inside. I'm curious, what does everyone choose as their drink of choice? They got all the things here.
Vodka. Out of the bottle. The whole bottle.
All right, for real though, we already know Beatrice is gonna drink apple juice.
No, she's just drink water.
Just water.
There's
get a nice-
water as well. It's
Vodka.
Listen, apple juice
straight
is
out
for
of
the
the bottle.
special occasions.
I'm not lying.
All right. As you sit down, Alice looks at you, Cedric. She's like, "Wow, the other two are pussies, aren't they?" All right, well, let's get down to brass tacks.
Cedric takes a swig.
I'm gonna eat all this tonight. The whole thing. All of it. For me.
All right.
So we can all see that they scored pretty poorly on the teamwork combat test, but outside of that, I guess...
Wait, I scored poorly?
Well, I mean... It was the teamwork combat test, and you let one of your teammates get kicked in the face twice. I don't think...
We didn't let that happen. It just kind of happened.
I got kicked in the
You
face
sure did, buddy.
twice.
Just stay in the back from now on.
I'm not sorry about that, by the way. That's how you grow
You shouldn't
up.
be. It was...
That's how you get old. Age like it's fine whiskey.
Yeah, he's just gonna look over at Beatrice. Stay in the back from now on.
Love this shit.
Okay.
Daedric just takes a fucking He drinks a lot of whiskey. That seems to be a lot of what he does when he's not trying to actually have a conversation. Anyway, Alice and Morgan are sitting at the table with you because this doesn't really involve Daedric. And Morgan kind of starts with, all right, do all the three of you know how embers work, to be exact?
Not really. Nobody told me.
They help light a fire.
They help light the fire. Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's a joke. I don't know what this entails.
Embers are essentially what we put you in before you get your official ranking. We're going to be basically running a couple tests. That's what your first jobs are going to be. Here in... Let me make sure I say the name of the town that we're in right. Here in Geldon, we have many, many jobs for many, many embers to do. And this is a hot spot for beginners. There's many other beginning towns, but you didn't pick the right class, so you don't get to go to Limsa Lamensa.
Oh no!
Shit, I should have been Marauder.
I want to see the cat girls.
Ah, damn.
Anyway, but in all seriousness, there are many other places we assign embers, but this is the one you've been assigned to. Surprisingly enough, you have been assigned to our establishment. I don't know how or why. It is honestly surprising that we're still open. So thanks to me, baby! Owe me! Yes.
I think it's probably thanks to the bar.
Sadly, no. Half and half. We at least get a lot of our finance from that, but any jobs we can take, Daedric is the one who does all of them. And given the reason why he got out of the business to become a teacher, he hasn't exactly been happy with it, as you can see. He's just hard cut to him, just like, you're the only one that understands me. Ever since they left.
I think I got a pretty good hold of things, actually.
Yeah, I think I'm understanding everything that's going on here.
Huh?
Just never lose that innocence, Beatrice.
We'll give you the leaflet later. You can catch up on that using that.
I know leaves.
All
I
right.
knew you'd say something like that.
I hate that I'm getting used to this.
I was expecting something like leaves are pretty.
Listen. Just let her enjoy her leaves.
They're green, but sometimes they're orange.
Lizards.
Not today, maybe not even tomorrow, but soon you'll be assigned to your first job, and yes, you will be, assigned to do it with your mentor figure, Daedric, and it may be miserable the first couple of times, but like me, who's still not used to him, you'll get used to him. I do promise that...
I'm so excited.
Even though he seems sad at the best of times, he is at least reliable when it comes to emeritus work. Hopefully you'll be able to fit right in with him.
This is the first time I've ever worked with people who are alive.
I worry about you.
Yeah, that's a comment you don't hear every day.
Alice kind of turns her head at that. She's like, if you don't mind me asking, can you please explain? Or would you
A graveyard.
You just did graveyard stuff?
Yes.
That's all you
I worked at
did?
the graveyard.
I'm still confused why you're here.
Even you?
This is kind of important to decide what is fit for your work. We do need to know a bit more about the reason all of you did decide to sign up to become emeritus. It's strange to see a group so diverse, yet so baffling.
Well, my reason's pretty simple.
to master myself, as my master would put it.
All right. That's a pretty simple one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can find jobs that's not hard.
I mean, I thought this would be the right path to go on an adventure and I suppose cleanse the corruption in the world in one way or another, and cleanse the corruption in the world and through my own actions become a better person through that.
Oh, all right. We might.
I want to continue my good work as a cleric, and I thought becoming a member would help me continue my good work as a cleric.
All right. So I will put all three of you under the category of steal thyself. Who the fuck? All right. Anyways, I really need to get someone else to write these papers. So, now that we got that out of the way, your first jobs aren't exactly going to be pretty or nice or really that all showy, but I believe it is what we need to do to get you on the right path. But for now, I believe you need to see the rest of the town you're going to be spending quite a lot of time in. Daedric! Yeah! You gonna show him around? Maybe? Give me like a minute. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. Oh my god. It's only 4 p.m.
My granny always
I'm
told me people
already
like that
drinking.
drink themselves to an early grave.
Yeah, he probably is. However, I can't exactly blame him, but other stories for other times.
Cedric takes another swig of his vodka. So what are we doing?
Seems like tomorrow you'll get the proper tour of the town, but I imagine the trip here wasn't exactly a easy one or a very interesting one. So, and after your wonderful tussle in the courtyard, you probably are a bit tired. I simply request all three of you get ready to go to sleep and wake up in the morning nice and refreshed and see the rest of the city.
Okay.
We can do that much, right?
Probably.
Might be difficult, but sure.
Yes, yes.
Alright, sounds good to me. Daedric, don't kill yourself. I try! You three, have fun. I'll probably be watching you all the time.
I won't.
That's
Morgan?
great.
Stop Daedric from killing himself. What else do you think I do? And you two random guys, keep it cool. Who are you? Exactly. Alright, laters. And she kind of just walks out the front door and just leaves. That was Alice, by the way, in case you forgot.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright, well, I have your bedroom all ready to go upstairs. I did it while you three were fighting. Just retire whenever you're ready, and maybe enjoy the General Market Plaza while you're at it. It's not that far of a walk if you really want to get some fresh air. And she kind of gets up and goes to clean the bar and get ready for basically the only time when it's busy, which is at night.
Right. He puts his bottle down. He's done with it for now, and he's gonna head out to the out back, right where he was training a second ago.
Okay.
Where Cedric's going.
You know,
Beatrice just stares at Zeros with a smile.
and Zeros is gonna close his eyes because since they're in a new location, he feels a little on edge about it because, doesn't really know if everything's to be trusted around there right away. Can I use my divine sense thing just to see if there's like, here, I'll just.
You can tune your divine sense to stuff like good and evil and that kind of stuff. But...
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like trying to just
Evil.
it's a long bit there, but can I just do that real quick and then
Yeah, sure.
see
You
if
kind
I
of
sense anything off?
You kind of like rest your head on your like you know the pose I'm talking about, like resting your head on your like fists as you kind of close your eyes. And you attune yourself to the senses of good and evil. And of course, you got your street gangs with your knives and hanging out in alleyways ready to stab you. All cities do. These ones are kind of pathetic because Geldon isn't as important as even their street gangs isn't as important as their other people. You don't really sense anything interesting except for you sense a vague. You sense a vague amount of evil, spooky traces from Daedric, but not much more than that.
Okay. That's good to know then.
What could it be? Don't worry about it. We'll find out later.
I'm gonna worry about it, but I'm not gonna
You can worry
press
about it
on
now. You can go ask him. He's currently wasted.
That's true. That's the best time to get answers.
To ask him.
That's. Now I'm tempted to. I don't know.
Let's go harass her.
Come on, role play it. Yeah, let's role play, baby. Role play it.
That's true. So, Zeros first of all looks over at Beatrice and then kind of just shifts his gaze over to Daedric real quick, and he's just gonna I guess kind of approach it in a kind of casual manner. So like, what's your deal? You want to go on about your tragic past or something while we're sitting and drinking together?
You think I'm tragic? Also, don't use that term. You're drinking water. We're drinking shit together.
Listen.
It ain't drinking
where
unless
I'm
you're getting
from,
drunk.
Water. Where I'm from, you probably haven't heard of this. Water is our like version of alcohol. You see, you know, he's lying. He's lying straight up. Just
I've heard of this.
For some reason, surprisingly, I don't believe you. Oh, you desire for your master day one to go into his tragic backstory. What happened? What went wrong? Yeah. Where did I get this scar?
I actually am curious about that.
Why, you probably sensed spooky evil traces off of me while you were paladining it up.
I don't know what you're talking about with that. I simply was just sitting still.
Don't lie to me. I know all the people around here. I know how you work, all you people of the god and all that. You sense things that you shouldn't, that no man should. We all got problems. That's what you'll learn doing emeritus work. That sometimes those problems are best left unknown. And plus, you think your master is going to tell you day one? That's left for later.
I suppose that's fair, but
just know that the spook is what I'll call it. I ain't like that anymore. That's a old part of me from a long time ago. He's 27, by the way. A long time ago is not that long ago.
Right.
5 years. Maybe at most.
See, if there is some form of influence or any sort of evil that's corrupting you, seeking, like, I know you said it's a part of the past, but to properly trust you, I need to properly trust this organization. I will need answers when you feel fit.
You know, that's fair, I guess. I'm not exactly ready to give you that answer, and I feel like it's kind of rude to assume that I'm up to no good. But I've been doing this work for a long time.
Don't get me wrong.
Trust me. There ain't a bad bone in me.
I don't think you're doing anything wrong per se. I'm cautious about things like this. I understand certain aspects like that, but I just want things to be open between individuals here eventually. Obviously, you don't have to share right away.
Yeah. All right, pretty boy. You make a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that sense will equal $1 one day.
Maybe
see.
more. Who knows?
Who knows?
But I'll leave you to continue getting wasted. I'll do the same here. And with that, he chugs his water.
Just on.
Yeah, he's just chugging the water, trying to, act it up.
Was Beatrice like right next to Zeros the whole time, just listening?
She was listening, and I think in the middle of that, she would just to prove a point, she would quickly use her eyes of the grave to try and sense undead real fast.
He's not dead. I'll give you that much. He's not a ghost.
He's not a ghost.
Beatrice looks over to Zeros real fast, like, it's okay. He's probably not undead, so you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, that's good.
He's not a corpse.
That narrows it down to other things, which, not really excited about that part.
I really only know how to deal with corpses.
As Zeros turns to go and chug his water, he looks. Daedric does look at you, Beatrice, and he's like, "Any questions the young lady like to ask me?"
Where did you learn to kick that hard?
Oh, high in the mountains, long way from here. A mighty mountain known as West Peak is where I trained for days, ages, years, centuries even. Learned to kick ass, take names, and look pretty while doing it.
Wow. She's gonna fucking inside his ass real quick.
Is that a real mountain, by the way, or is that?
Just gonna check to see if he's telling the good old truth here.
Is that a real mountain range, Parker?
It is. West Peak is a real mountain here in this.
It is.
Altaria.
Yeah. Yeah, as he's saying, you hear from right near the door to the other side. Oh, West Peak, I've been there.
Ah! A real man of culture who knows a good mountain when he sees one.
You can blame my master for that one. He's the one who took me for training.
Do people usually know mountains very well?
I mean, it's kind of like the tallest one here.
I lived near mountains once.
You did? Then, yeah.
Yes.
You should also know mountains. Tell me your favorite mountain. Come on. I probably know
like
it.
the tall ones.
The tall ones? I like tall mountains too. Like Morgan over there. Hey!
Zeros chugs more water.
I think those kinds of comments are liable to get you smacked the shit out of, buddy.
But she's a person.
Exactly.
You don't get it.
With really big mountains. He kind of looks at you like, don't you get it? It's a joke.
There are no mountains on her.
I refuse to acknowledge what you're saying.
She has flesh on her.
Morgan.
He puts his hand on Beatrice's shoulder. It's best for our health if we don't acknowledge what he said.
You look over and Morgan's kind of slowly just sinking into the bar counter, and she's like, I put up with this shit daily. And finally a woman walks through the door, and she will not take my side. That's what's going through her head. She's like, oh dear Lord, nothing could ever go my way.
Maybe one day a smart woman will walk through these stores, but today's not that day.
Hopefully next Friday.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe. Hey, do we have like a bath here or something?
Of course we do. You think we're fucking animals?
All right. Can you show me the way? I just got finished with the trading session, so I'd
Should
like to
be upstairs,
walk up.
right across from your bedrooms. That's basically all that's up there. I don't sleep here. Well, I used to sleep here. I still sleep here. I sleep downstairs though. That's where the cool people sleep. Upstairs, right across from your bedrooms. You should find it.
All right. He heads up to go cleanse himself of the sweat from a training
Of the
session.
sweat and shame.
He doesn't have any
That's why it
shame. What would he have?
smells
What does he have to be ashamed of?
That you had to watch all of that. So is the training just like he went outside to just like fucking katana slash it up and then sheathe and look cool?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fair enough. Did he practice the second form?
Yes, he did practice the second form.
God! Just gonna keep the second form as Gale in this universe, cause
He practiced all the forms.
and yet he masters none of them. Do any of you do anything
Beatrice
else?
is gonna spend the rest of the night pestering people
Oh, pestering people.
and then eventually go to sleep.
Does anyone go out to see the market square, or do you just all kind of like stay inside, or just like to go outside anywhere in general?
Cedric will probably go check it out after he's done in his bath, but
Yeah, Zeros would probably wander off and kind of roam around at one point or another.
Just to kind of see what it's like.
Beatrice would like to see the cattle.
Well, that's at Grand Market
The
Plaza,
beetroots,
or
if
the
you may.
Grand Market. But there probably is cattle out there in the market, or in the
She would like to see
in the
one
general
chicken.
plaza. One whole chicken. Yeah,
Just
you know
one.
what? We're gonna have a cattle adventure real quick, Beatrice. You go out to the general market plaza, and it's full of some hustle and bustle. It's later in the day, so some people are actually even shutting down their stalls, kind of putting things away. Some of them, you see the security that watches it all overnight. They're kind of getting ready. They're having their late night coffee to be like, all right, you ready to fucking pull that all-nighter, brother? It's like, what? We get paid to do this. Of course I am. Yeah, I know. And Beatrice, you see it. You see them. You see this. You see people moving their livestock. You just see people that got like 6 chickens in one cage, and they're like, this shit's heavy, but how else are we supposed to transport them? He puts it on the ground. You got people moving cattle back into their pens, or they stay in their pens, but they're quite noisy. You hear the moos and the clucks and the oinks and the neighs of horses.
so is he horses? Where is he?
Where's that? Where's that?
I know he's
twink?
here.
Where is he?
I know he's here. Where there are horses, he will appear. I know he's here.
Eventually, maybe one day.
Where are the horses?
So what does Beatrice go see here at the general market plaza?
Yeah, you said there's like people like sit down like a little like pen of like chickens down
Yeah,
and having
they-
trouble carrying it, right?
Yeah, they're having trouble carrying all them chickens.
Beatrice will walk over and be like, "Do you want help carrying those chickens?"
Well, yeah, but I don't pay you. I mean, I
Oh,
wouldn't mind.
it's okay. I just want to hold a chicken.
You wanna? I mean, sure, I'll pay you in a chicken. I guess.
I get to keep it.
I'm not selling any chickens right now.
I will take a chicken.
You want a chicken? All right. Help me move this all into the truck.
Okay, she'll help him.
Yeah, no, he's got a truck. They're all kind of like... I'm willing to bet Beatrice doesn't know what a truck is. Cause
Probably her first time seeing one.
yeah, it's this crazy thing. It's like it has wheels. It's like a wagon, but instead of it just everything holding it, it's not driven by a horse. It's driven by a man with a wheel and pedals.
Beatrice is so entranced. She's just. But where do the horses come into play?
The horses don't. I mean, unless you're talking about this baby's horsepower. No, horses don't come into play whenever we're...
So it is powered by horses.
No, it's powered by runestone. You know what? Yeah, they're powered by horses. We got little horses in there, in the engine.
Ah, the little miniature ponies. I've heard of them before.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We got him right here. He pats the engine. Or pats the hood of
Technology
the
is
truck.
so amazing.
Got that right. Anyway, you want your chicken?
Yes.
Alright, he pops open one of them. He's like, sure, you know what? You're clearly new in town and you need a friend. Here you go.
She takes the chicken in her arms.
What's
She
the
takes it
chicken's
in her
name?
arms and she lifts it up and she looks in his little chicken eyes and goes, "Your name will be Omelet.
I like to imagine...
Let's go, Omelet."
You're holding your chicken, and of course, whenever you're... Have you guys ever tried to hold a chicken?
No.
Yes.
Those
Yes,
things
they're
fucking...
fucking.
They
Oh my
fight.
god.
They fight you. They don't want to be held.
Some chickens are assholes.
Some chickens do want to be held, but they're clearly domesticated. Most chickens, whenever you try to hold them, they'll flap all their wings and start kicking violently.
Is that what this one's doing?
You bet it.
Omelet, no!
Can I make an animal handling check to try and soothe Omelet?
Oh, yes, please.
This is the adventure we're going
Damn.
How do you soothe your chicken?
She gently pets Omelet's head to his back, just gentle pats, like, "It's okay, Omelet, it's okay. New cities are scary. This is my first time being in a place with many buildings. I'm going to introduce you to my new friends. Let's go, Omelet."
I don't want to be introduced.
I don't want to be introduced either.
You're being introduced to Omelet, and you're going to like it,
Well, of
goddammit.
course you're going to be introduced to
gonna scare
Omelet,
Omelet
Zaros,
away.
as you walk into the Grand Market Plaza, because you wanted to come see it too. Come on. Beatrice has a chicken now. What do you say?
Zeros turns around and starts walking away quickly.
Hello, Zeus! She tries to walk quickly after him.
He walks faster.
He passes Cedric on the way there. Cedric sees fucking Beatrice running towards him. He turns around and runs with Cedric.
With a chicken.
What?
Zeus's armor is just clanking loudly as he's moving.
Just this image of Beatrice holding a chicken running after these two, like, don't you want to see my new friend?
He's gonna look Zeros in the eye. "I will sacrifice myself for this run." He's gonna turn around and walk towards Beatrice.
Remember your sacrifice as he just clinks away. Like in,
Clink, clink, clink,
in the distance, you can as he's going, you can probably still hear him just clinking, like it's running. He's not stopping.
He's trying to get back to the Xeno Venture as quickly as possible.
He doesn't know where he's going. He's just going.
He's just running. He'll find his way back eventually.
Exactly.
Hello, Beatrice. How are you doing on this fine
Hello,
night?
Cedric. I have a new friend.
Hi.
This is Omelet. She holds it up to him.
It's nice to meet you, Omelet.
Would you like to pet him?
Sure.
He likes to be pet.
Cedric's gonna pet Omelet.
Roll animal handling.
Okay.
Oh, I'm a little worried for your roll there.
Oh no! As you try and pet Omelet, he pecks at your hand.
I could kill this chicken if I wanted to.
Oh, I think that means he likes you.
I don't think that's what that means.
I think it is what it means. I think he likes you very much.
No.
I
No,
think
don't
you two are going to be great new friends.
You're an incredibly positive person, aren't you?
I mean, how can you say no to that face? Come on.
I think I can say no to whatever the fuck I want to say no to, DM.
Shh, you don't know who I am. I'm the voice of the sky. I decide all your actions.
I was going to introduce Omelet to Zeros, but I don't know where he went.
I think he probably just, he probably had to go to the bathroom or something.
Distant clinking still.
Probably
hasn't
really
stopped.
has to go to the bathroom.
Fucking. Ooh, it's bad.
Horrible bowels. Probably has IBS.
Zeros is busy on his adventure, so he can't
Oh.
retort against that.
Oh, I think I've heard of this before. People call it explosive diarrhea, yes?
Exactly, Beatrice. You should
Zeros
ask him about it when he gets
Zeros
back.
will remember this if he hears about it in the future.
You should ask him about this when he gets back.
Okay, I will.
And if he denies it, he's probably just embarrassed about it. Don't push it too far.
Oh, okay, he's shy about it.
Yeah.
She gently pats Omelet on the head. You hear that, Omelet? Explosive diarrhea.
Listen, don't you fucking shame Omelet. He's gonna become the best finance manager.
Nugget!
We're gonna go into the real estate, Omelet, you and me.
Isn't that the name of Nugget's son in the new Yakuza game? Pretty sure.
Yes,
Maybe?
my friend was telling me about it, and he told me about a chicken named Omelet, and that's where I got it from.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, you get the chicken summon in Yakuza 7.
Yeah, you get Omelet.
And I'm pretty sure it's Nugget's like great grandson or whatever, because chickens don't last that long.
Yeah.
That chicken was around in the fucking 80s.
He's somewhere in the Nugget line of succession.
Exactly. Zeros, we're gonna play off of this. Roll perception to see if you have lost your way or not.
Perception. Let's see. Okay.
Oh, you're lost as hell.
Hell yeah.
Eventually, you're wearing big old heavy armor, so eventually, after running down Main Street and alleyways, you get to the end of an alleyway. You just kind of like put your hand on the side of the wall, like, whew, whew, okay, peace and quiet.
He just kind of chills here for a moment, just it's better than being chased with a chicken.
Everyone's nightmare. Hold on, give me one second.
Cowards, all of you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Cedric gave himself up.
It's true.
None of you appreciate Omelet.
I appreciate Omelet. Cedric's just terrified of what you're gonna do with the chicken.
Hold on, it's just.
Cedric had to get back at Zeros for being the only one to get away, so he left that little bomb of explosive diarrhea there.
Yeah, and Zeros will remember it eventually.
I just have this in the back of my mind right now.
Oh,
Cockerel, one of 500 birds that are being judged today at the show.
Oh my god.
screaming. Oh, it gets me.
Oh my god.
I like the way he ran away, arms in the air. Oh!
Oh. Alright. Anyway,
Magical.
Zaros, you kind of are just on this, one of many streets of Geldon. You're kind of seeing as the day turns to night, you see people retiring back to their homes, and you kind of get a couple of weird looks because you're wearing all this heavy armor here in the lower ward, where it's like, is that guy like new for like, is that guy building, is that guy like a new guard? It's like, no, I don't think he is. Looks like a man of the god, but I don't know if that's real. It's like, you never fucking know.
What god do you even follow? Is this world only have one god?
Or it's only one, because I don't want to deal with multiple. There might be two.
It's only
maybe
Adios.
two. We'll see. We'll see. There could be 5. You never know.
Never know. I might need to know.
We'll figure it out when we're done here. I haven't thought that far.
That's all good. That's all good.
I got the lore down that was needed for this session. That's kind of how this is gonna go.
I just need to know who my god is.
Well, we'll figure that out when we're done here.
Okay.
Okay.
As people are just kind of onlooking, like he's not really gonna take anything to heart because like people are inclined to believe what they want to believe. It's not really his right to push it on them, but as they give him looks, he just kind of accepts it because he's maybe he can play off that he's a guard if any trouble kind of comes his way,
Well, that's the
Suits of
thing.
armor help,
I imagine that since this Geldon is not exactly a problem city for crime and heathens. A lot of people who live here don't even really live here all the time. They live here for the season of trade, and then they just kind of leave. But they, it's like it's their seasonal home.
Gotcha.
So, any problems that are around here is like they're pretty much handled by what security Geldon does have. Like there is a police force. There's a group of people who protect the peace, but it seems like paladins aren't exactly their major form of security.
That's their loss.
I got a big sword.
Exactly.
What do they have? Guns? Bullets? Psh,
Yeah.
stupid.
Just block it with a shield. There we go. Yeah, so he's gonna try and, I guess, he'll, I'm trying to think what he'd do. I guess he'd continue to wander for the most part, trying to, because he wouldn't want to ask a random person like, hey, how do I get back? Because, I don't know, he just doesn't want to deal with that. So he's gonna keep wandering, trying to get back to home base, because
as you wander, you kind of hear whispers. Some of them are like,
I get it.
Oh.
I gotta be right back.
Okay.
Oh, go for it.
Don't worry. We're dealing with Zeros right now, so I don't need him to decide what happens.
All right.
As you wander the streets, you kind of hear whispers back and forth of like, this guy's got like a lot of armor. But some in particular, some other people are like, did you hear who's in town? No, I don't really care much about all the bigwigs. But he's like, no. This one's like the important one. And he's like, no way. You're talking about Havoc, aren't you? He's like, of course I'm talking about Havoc. It's like, I didn't think that guy was still wandering. I'm like, why is he back here in Geldon? It's like, well, obviously there's some emeritus work that needs to be done. It's like, really? I thought the other two could handle it just fine. I thought he was too busy being old and just kind of sitting around. He's like, hey, don't say that about him. That guy's my hero.
Old is the problem. Zeros is gonna approach them and just kind of try and strike up some conversation. Like, excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear what you were saying. You spoke of someone named Havoc, was it?
See, this guy gets it. You get a cool nickname like Havoc, and you actually turn heads. Come on. Listen. And the other guy's like, whatever.
I was more curious about what. I don't know anything about him, but you made it sound as if he was a big deal, I suppose.
Well, only the biggest deal. We're talking about the man, the myth, the legend, Victor Merrick. Come on, how could you not know him?
You're right, my mistake. But that doesn't change the fact I still don't know him.
All right. Well, Victor he goes by the nickname Havoc. He fought in the War of the Ages. Dude is a legend. He basically single-handedly took down just tons of Imperial forces. It was insane. It was wild. I wish I could have been alive to see it. And the other guy's like, if you were alive to see it, you wouldn't be alive right now. I mean, yeah, but doesn't change the fact it was probably cool. I guess.
I see.
You know what emeritus are, right? You at least have to know what that is.
Refresh my memory, please.
They're like well, the emeritus are the people that protect the people, fight for the people, fight with the people, fight only for the people's desires to keep Altaria burning brightly for centuries to come. It's beautiful.
Yeah, they do sound pretty all right.
And Victor Merrick, he leads the emeritus in this region. He's the head honcho of head honchos, all right? The head council might be 3 people, but trust me, he's the only one that matters. He's got the age, he's got the grizzle, he got the grit. He's got a really big sword.
Yeah, that is a winning feature of people. I can't argue with that part. Well, thank you for your information. I've got to find my way back home, new city, just wandering around a little, taking in the sights.
Yeah, well, if you ever need help basically, here in the lower ward, you figure out where the General Market Plaza is, you can pretty much find wherever you're going.
All right, I must be horrible with directions. Thank you anyway.
Yeah.
And Xeris just kind of... Oh, what's up? Sorry.
He's like, here, take a left down that way. Keep walking about, 50 meters. You don't want to take a right, and then take your first, left, and then you want to take an alleyway, and then I'll get you straight to General Market.
All right. Thank you for the directions. I'll remember your kind efforts in the coming days for whatever.
Don't worry about it. I'm just glad to have someone who can appreciate Havoc as much as I can. Yeah, okay.
I definitely do. That was the reasoning behind my questions.
I'm back.
Anyway, have a nice day and welcome back. And Xeris just follows the directions that were said to go back to the main market area.
All right, and you're able to find your way back, and you eventually head back into the Xeno Venture, and Morgan and Beatrice are talking, and Morgan's like, "Why? You can't have chicken in your room? What? It's only been a day."
And Cedric's just sitting there massaging his forehead.
Just a hand on temples.
Yeah.
Xeris is gonna try and stealth past them, in a suit of armor with
You
his...
have a disadvantage on stealth.
Oh, absolutely. So I'm gonna roll it. Let's see how it goes.
Clink, clink, clink.
And do I roll
Sick.
again for disadvantage?
No,
No, you got
twice for you
the
on
second roll there.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
So yeah, you roll the 6.
Oh, I don't see. I'm too busy regretting my life decisions.
No,
right now.
that's not. I don't think any of you understand how this works. You all know he's there. You can't. It's a bar. It's not
Loud clinking. It's
You would
In
not
the midst of this conversation she's having with Morgan, she just whips her head around at Zeros. Oh, Zeros, there you are.
Yeah, right.
You haven't met Omelet yet.
Sure haven't.
Come here, come see him. Come see him.
I
Come
was-
appreciate him.
Look at the time.
She gets out of her seat, omelet still in hand.
Come to me.
I have to. I was lost. I
And now you are found. Come here.
I got mugged on the way here.
She's approaching with the chicken.
Yeah, I'm doing as they say, lying.
Cedric pats you on the back. Come on, meet Omelet. He's delightful.
Is he?
Come say hello to Omelet.
He shows you the like peck mark on his hand. That means we're friends.
Yes.
Come, Zeros, you need to pet him. He wants to be pet by you.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yes, Zeros, come.
Just giving you a chicken was the best decision I ever had.
She holds Omelet up to Zeros expectingly.
You see his beady little chicken eyes stare into your soul.
He goes to pat the chicken. Okay, I'll do animal
handling check.
By God, you're able to pet
Not
the
the
chicken.
worst.
You somehow, in your heavy metal gauntlets, you put your hand on the chicken and just lightly rub it down his neck, down his back. You pet the chicken. It's not comfortable because you're wearing metal gauntlets, but you did in fact pet a chicken.
I mean, I think that's Beatrice's fault for making Zeros do that. I'm just saying.
The chicken.
Now you two will be the best of friends.
But I think it's been uncomfortable ever since about 2 hours ago.
I think we understand each other, chicken.
His name is Omelet.
I think we understand each other, chicken.
His name is Omelet.
I think we understand each other, chicken.
His name is Omelet.
Just give up, man. I already have.
You're gonna make him sad if you don't call him by his name.
I think I understand you, chicken.
Where?
And with that, Zeros just inches away to go back up to his room.
She just hopelessly follows, just crying out his name, like, no, you have to call him Omelet. And she gets like softer. She goes upstairs.
We end on this wonderful scene of Zeros in his bedroom and Beatrice at his door. You gotta call him Omelet, please. He's not gonna go to sleep if you don't.
And downstairs, Cedric, do you still have that bottle of vodka out?
Listen, you can't drink all of it, but yes, here you go. I get to drink it first, though.
Fine, pour me some.
And Morgan pours you some. I feel like you're the one I'm gonna get along with the most.
I feel the same. He raises the glass and then just downs it.
And you see Daedric with a smile on his face and a kickback in his attitude as he's like, I think this is gonna be the start of a wonderful journey. But for right now, I'm gonna go get wasted.
If it is, this is pretty fucking pathetic.
And we all close. And
I understand you, chicken.
He's gonna cry. He's gonna cry himself to sleep.